So, jumping right into the first issue, I want to cover a little bit of a walkthrough on how to refund or delete different payment types. So jumping into Ascend, I just have a test patient up here. And for this first example, I'm going to walk through what to do in the situation where you need to remove a cash payment. So let's begin by jumping through to Harry's ledger. And taking a quick look here, we can see that there has been an invoice completed and a payment of $100, which is a cash payment. What I want to do is click onto the cash payment here, and you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner that it's actually going to give you the delete option. So all you need to do to remove this is delete that out and then hit delete to that second prompt that appears. Now you can see that there's nothing on the ledger insinuating that there was a payment completed. It's just got the item code that was invoiced and the invoice that was created. So you don't need to cancel anything, refund anything, just hit delete in the case of a cash payment and it will be removed from the ledger for you. Now, it is important to note that there is also a setting that's possible to set which will select the number of days previous that can be edited. So just keep in mind that if your administrators have set that up so that perhaps previous entries can't be edited past a couple of days or something like that, you may not be able to delete a cash payment as easily as this. But typically, if it's within the last month or so, usually it will be able to be deleted in the case of if you've made a mistake. Now, next up, I have another test patient here. However, this gentleman has a similar situation, but the payment was completed via FPOS rather than cash. So what I'm going to do is walk you through what you would want to do in this situation if this FPOS payment was entered in incorrectly and you needed to remove it. So getting started, what we want to do is similar to before, we actually want to click onto this FPOS payment line here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. And you'll just see here that there's actually going to be a red button in the bottom right hand corner again. However, this time it says refund rather than delete. Now there is an important distinction between the two. If you go ahead and delete something, it's going to be removed from the ledger. A refund, however, is going to negate the amount out for you, but it is going to show that that payment was entered at some point. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. But when it comes to FPOS payments and credit card payments, you are only able to do a refund. You're not able to delete those directly off the ledger. So in this case, we will go ahead and select refund. So I'll just click that now. And it does give you a few more options where you can take a look at the amount. So for example, if you only needed to refund a partial amount, maybe half of the amount, for example, you can change that there and then go ahead and hit save. As you can see here, this refund looks a little bit different to how the cash deletion looked. It's actually going to show the initial FPOS payment line there, and then it's also going to show the FPOS refund line here. So of course, overall, that positive and negative is going to cancel it out as if nothing happened. However, it does reflect that on the patient's ledger. So it's just important to keep that in mind when it comes to FPOS payments and credit card payments. In another example here, I just have a patient brought up on the screen who has had a e-claim payment completed as well as an FPOS payment. So what I'm going to do is walk you through what you might want to do in this situation if you need to cancel this out or delete this out, depending on what the situation is, if there was a mistake made, if it was accidentally entered in under the incorrect patient. So what you want to go ahead and do to delete the e-claim payment is you actually want to make sure you click onto the actual payment line. So you'll notice there's the two purple lines. The one that has the code pay is the payment line. So if we go ahead and click onto that, you'll find again in the bottom right hand corner there's going to be a delete button there. So all you need to do if you need to remove this off the patient's ledger is you want to go ahead and hit delete down there. And again, it's going to come up with a second prompt. You just want to hit delete to confirm that you do want to delete that. So now what this does is essentially take you a step backwards. So you can see that there is still a light purple line there and there's still the FPOS payment. All we've done is delete the high caps payment at this point in time. So if, for example, this patient had no high caps completed at all, you might want to go ahead and delete the claim as well. Again, that's very similar to how you deleted the payment for the high caps claim. All you would want to do is go ahead and click onto the light purple line here. And again, in the bottom right hand corner, you would want to go ahead and delete claim and then confirm the deletion. So at this point, you can see that it's just showing that there was the 014, an invoice created, and then an FPOS payment. Of course, as per my previous example, if you needed to refund out the FPOS payment at this point, you would be very welcome to do so. You would just need to click onto that line and then go ahead and hit refund. But at this point, if all you needed to do was delete out that e-claim payment, if it was incorrect, then that would be the way you do it. Another thing that I do want to advise is that I haven't covered specifically how to delete a check payment. And the reason for that is because the check payment actually acts the exact same way as a cash payment. So cash payments and check payments, you can delete right off. Credit card payments and FPOS payments, you can refund, and it's going to show that there was an initial payment entered. And any e-claim payments that have been completed can also be deleted out.